Lynch because they hate him. He said he was told by the NFL that if he wore them, he would be violating the league's uniform code and would not be allowed to play until he was in compliance, according to a source. But they also made it real strict. That was just like an easy thing right there. They said he would not play in this game, the NFC Championship game, and possibly, and they probably would just because they hate Marshawn Lynch and they're just stupid, Roger Goodell, would suspend him for the Super Bowl. You know how dumb that is because he wears gold cleats? He had lime green laces. That's part of their uniform combination. But this is the actual rule right here. It says the cleats violated the league's code because they're not black, not white, or team colors, even though it had lime green, just saying. Every team submits to the league by July 1st its color scheme for cleats that will be worn by its players, and gold was not one of them for the Seahawks. I guarantee you that'll probably be one for next season. That's just dumb. That truly is just a stupid, stupid, stupid thing. I mean, wow. It's just amazing. So he's looking, he will get fined for whatever he did after that 24-yard run in the fourth quarter. You know, after a touchdown run, whatever. He's going to get fined for that because, you know, they're going to make sure they find it and they're going to make sure, hey, he did something that is going to offend soccer moms around the world. Let's make sure we fine him $20,000 for doing it. And, you know, for not going to the media, let's fine him another $50,000. And his feet, we'll make sure we watch his feet everywhere he goes. God, that is stupid. Why NFL? Why do you have to do this to yourself? I wish I was NFL commissioner. I'd change a whole lot of things. You would have celebrations. You could actually tackle. You know, we would ban all those. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it. This is just, it's dumb. It's dumb. Not even gonna deal with it. Last news. Gary Kubiak has agreed to become the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Kubiak's deal is 4 years, according to multiple reports. He spent the last season as a Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator, and prior to joining the Ravens staff, of course, he was the head coach of the Houston Texans. Kubiak said following the Ravens' loss to the Patriots in last week's divisional round of the playoffs that he was staying in Baltimore. He liked it, wasn't going anywhere, wasn't going to entertain any head coaching offers. But that kind of changed when the Broncos had a job opening. Apparently he has ties to the Broncos as well as the team's general manager, John Elway, having served as Elway's backup before becoming part of the team's coaching staff following Kubiak's retirement from football. Ravens quarterbacks coach Rick Dennison and tight ends coach Brian Parini, oh, I said that right, will follow Kubiak to Denver. And now the Baltimore Ravens are like, crap, now we need an offensive coordinator, a quarterbacks coach, and a tight end. Really, you can get your offensive coordinator to be a quarterbacks coach as well. So, you know, you don't have to find 3 coaches. You could just find 2. Saves a little bit of money, right? But that's it for NFL news. Let's talk about the NFL playoffs. Let's talk about the AFC Championship game. Let's talk about the NFC Championship game. I'm excited. Here we go. If I could just pull it up. Yay. Okay. Awesome. So the first game, of course, was actually the best game because Patriots game was just boring and a blowout. Green Bay Packers on the road in Seattle had a 16-0 lead in the first half, and it could have been a whole lot worse. It really could have been. It could have been, let's see, that's 10. It could have been 24-0 at halftime. Aaron Rodgers missed the pass. He overthrew it a little bit to the left when Jordy Nelson had that little out route. That should have been a touchdown, but Aaron Rodgers couldn't get it done there. So they settled for a field goal, and then I believe was it third and goal literally at the goal line. Seahawks stop them. Could have gone for it on fourth down, possibly maybe get a touchdown out of that. Settle for a field goal. That would be the first score. Make it 3-0. Anyway, 16-0 at halftime. And Russell Wilson. That didn't look like Russell Wilson out there. That looked, who's a bad quarterback? It just didn't look like Russell Wilson out there. 4 interceptions in the game. 4 interceptions, all to one receiver. This is the craziest part about this story. Russell Wilson, 4 interceptions, about 2 or 3 of them weren't his fault. They put it on point, but Jermaine Kearse just had a little bit too much popcorn before the game, and he just happened to eat it with his gloves. Had Butterfingers like crazy. Jermaine Kearse, who's a hometown hero, if you guys don't know his story, played at UW, didn't get picked up in the NFL draft, played for San Francisco, or picked up by San Francisco, and I believe maybe the Chicago Bears, I heard. And then finally Seahawks said, hey, let's get him, let's grab him. And hometown hero, right? From Seattle or from Washington. Perfect. Could have easily been the most hated guy in Washington. He almost blew the game for the Seahawks because he could not catch. Too many tip balls going up in the air, and they're picked off. That's what happened. But that's why Russell Wilson is an amazing quarterback. And this is why this team, they don't have the studs at wide receiver. They don't have those big name guys on the roster, really, other than, Richard Sherman, whatever. These guys just have the mentality. This is why I would love to work for the Seattle Seahawks under their general manager and their staff up there. It's just, they know players. They pick players who have a certain type of mindset to just believe and just know this game. They don't have to have the big stars and sign people like crazy and get, like a Ndamukong Suh type player or, they just have guys that just believe and just know there's still 4 quarters in this game. And it's crazy. It's crazy. The game-winning touchdown in overtime is no other Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, who saved the game, won the game for them. And it was just unbelievable. It truly was to see Jermaine Kearse get that touchdown and win it. Again, Aaron Rodgers, it seemed like he was outdoing, or he was at first because Russell Wilson's interceptions, but he didn't have the stats. He wasn't really doing that much work. He was 19 of 34, 178 yards, a touchdown, and a pair of picks. Eddie Lacy did what he could, 21 rushes, 73 yards. Marshawn Lynch, though, was the beast mode, and he had the breakout game he needed to have. 25 rushes, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Doug Baldwin came up with clutch catches, was 6 receptions, 106 yards. No touchdowns, but I'm sure he's fine with it, knowing that when he caught the ball, it mattered. I still remember, I don't know if it was a third down or not, but yeah, it was a third down. Packers sent only 2 guys, had a spy on them in the middle, and Packers were having a zone. Doug Baldwin found a soft spot, and Russell Wilson almost screwed up and overthrew him, but thankfully Doug Baldwin jumped as high as he could, caught the ball, and then took a lick right by Clay Matthews, who took a lot of dirty shots in that game. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he took a lot. Russell Wilson, I thought he nearly died on the field. After he threw an interception, I believe that was his last interception, the 4th one. He took a shot bad right to the head, and after that, did you see how his right knee, kind of flexed down a little? Oh man, I thought he was all gone, and I was like, wow. And that was another hit by Clay Matthews. But no, Russell Wilson stayed in it, 14 of 29, 209 yards, a touchdown, and game was about even. Time of possession was right there, 32 minutes to the Packers, 31 to the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks outgained them 397 to 306. Seahawks are your NFC champions again for the 2nd season in a row, and now are headed to their third ever Super Bowl after winning last year against the Broncos. And this is the game I wanted. I told you guys I wanted the Seahawks Patriots. I wanted it. I needed it. Because I didn't want to see Packers and Colts. That would have been the worst Super Bowl of all time. Packers and Patriots, that would have been that boring Super Bowl. Just kind of like a Giants, Patriots. That's boring. Seahawks, Patriots, that's what we wanted to see. That is what we needed to see. We saw Seahawks take on the big powerhouse of the Broncos and annihilated them in the Super Bowl last year. Now we have the Seahawks going against another AFC powerhouse in the New England Patriots, Tom Brady taking them to their 6th ever Super Bowl as the Patriots won 45-7 over the Colts. It was no competition. Colts just were not there at all. Andrew Luck, 2 interceptions. Tom Brady did throw a pick, but other than that, was phenomenal. 23 of 35, 226 yards, and 3 touchdowns. LeGarrette Blount said, you know what? Screw the Steelers. I don't need y'all. They needed him, though. They truly did. LeGarrette Blount, 30 rushes, 148 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Julius Edelman was the leading receiver at 9 receptions, 98 yards, no touchdowns, but did his thing. Just the defense for the Patriots was all there. And this is where, now we don't have that discussion, that Super Bowl discussion of, okay, last year we had the number 1 defense against the number 1 offense. Who's going to win? We saw how that went. Now we just got, defense, top 5 defense against the top 5 offense, Patriots don't have the stud wide receivers that we all know, like Demaryius Thomas. They do have Rob Gronkowski, though, at tight end. That's going to be an interesting matchup against the Seattle Seahawks linebackers and Cam Chancellor. Man, this is what we wanted. This is what we needed. We will talk more about the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. That was a special show. 2 Sundays from now, Super Bowl Sunday, we will have a show early morning, and we will talk about the Super Bowl, all about the Super Bowl, and we will discuss all of that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. I'm truly excited for it. We don't need to talk about any stats for the Patriots and Colts because that was just, complete blowout. Saw how that went. Seahawks, Patriots, that's what we needed. That's what the NFL wanted, and we got it. We finally got something from the NFL that we truly want. A great Super Bowl in Arizona. I'm hoping I can get a little something, possibly from work, maybe some school loan money coming in. I don't know. Something. I need something I want to go see. Possibly take, a part of the Super Bowl experience. Drive to Arizona. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Drive to Arizona. See the things that they have out there. Maybe have someone selling some tickets. I don't know. Probably not. Probably too expensive. But it's something to watch for. Maybe, possibly. But anyway, Seahawks, Patriots, that is the Super Bowl we will have. That is the best Super Bowl we could have this season. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Next week, I will see you guys next Monday. Hopefully there's some college football news because that's what keeps the show going. NFL news. We got the Pro Bowl next week or this Saturday, this Sunday or this Saturday. I don't really know. We got that coming up. Not too much to talk about that, but might get something good out of it. Oh, but we do have January 31st. Isn't that just 2 weeks away though? Isn't that like the day before the Super Bowl? Yeah, it is. No, it's this Saturday. Oh, no, it's next Saturday. Okay. Either way, we'll talk about the Hall of Fame finalists and who the people are going to be inducted for the Hall of Fame and other news around that. So I will see you guys next Monday morning. As always, God first, God bless. Be sure to like and share this, whether you're listening on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, whatever it may be. Like it, share it, rate it, comment, all the other good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at @short_sports 24/7. Links are in the description to all of those. If Jose Batista can do it, I know you can too. I'll see you guys next Monday. As always, God first, God bless. I'm out. Peace.